Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2023 and another part of the Williams Road to Glory career mode. Today we are back with the Austrian Grand Prix, of course, a sprint weekend, one that has gone quite well for us in the past. Hopefully we can improve it today. We have got a brand new suspension on the car this weekend. Hopefully it will help us out in our quest to beat Red Bull, who seem to have taken another step forward this season. But hopefully we can come out on top. We're leading both championships at the moment. Lando Norris is in a terrific position after winning the Canadian Grand Prix on the final lap of the race. That was an incredible result, and I can't wait to see how we get on today. It would be amazing if we could hit 50 likes for this video to show your continuing support for this series. We stuck in some fresh engines as well. We'll be sort of juggling these engines from now until the end of the year, because we're running the cost cap fairly close at the moment, because we've been pushing the development as hard as we can. So we're going to have to take a bit of a back step with that and maybe just focus on some big upgrades between now and the end of the season. But hopefully we can go out there and stick in a good qualifying lap, and that's exactly what we've done. On 103.4 for Lando Norris and Ocon on 103.5. It'll be interesting to see where that puts us compared to the rest. Verstappen splits the boys. Leclerc has generally been the one that's been quicker in qualifying this season, so we'll keep an eye on where he's at as well as Bottas locks up. And Leclerc has locked up, I think. He certainly went wide. Yeah. And didn't actually finish his lap. So, yeah, Leclerc under a little bit of pressure here to get a lap time in, and does. And it, as I say, it does split our two cars. I don't think we're going to need to come out again. We're comfortably ahead of 5th place Porsche. And currently out of the two AlphaTauris, 2 McLarens, and then Kevin Magnussen as well. And yeah, it looks like none of our competitors are going out for a second run either. So there you go. That is that done. And interesting that Max Verstappen didn't go out for that second run. So maybe that's part of the new update. The AI don't always do that. It is going to rain on sprint day as well, which that throws in a completely... What on earth has happened here? Oh, well, sorry, Ocon. We've completely ruined his car. Don't quite know how that's happened. But yeah, obviously sprint races are a little bit interesting in terms of their strategy, and if it's raining, it could throw anything. Into it. Right, anyway, we'll send them out there on the scrub tyres.
Green light.
And hopefully they manage to get a nice clean lap in. And there we go, 103.5 once again. Should be enough to get through.
Okay, Delta, stay negative.
And there you go, Leclerc manages to split the cars again. What's Max going to do? So Max hasn't been out there yet. But I'm quite tempted to just save the tyres. There's no point going out there and putting more mileage on it. It looks like Norris is going to get pole. Verstappen and Leclerc are going to split our two drivers. It's going to be very, very close by the looks of it. It seems like our brand new engine has almost equalised it a little bit. But with hopefully some new boots, that should... should be easily through, and well, Verstappen and Leclerc managed to go a little bit quicker this time, but we are easily through in 3rd and 4th, and considering the the problems that Ocon has got with his car. He's doing a terrific job. Okay, into qualifying 3 then, and we'll send them straight out for an initial run.
Okay, should be green now.
And yeah, they're going to get a nice clean lap out of it as well. And Norris, well, that's a reasonably quick time, but not quick enough. 1:03.6, and Ocon certainly not quick enough. So we'll send them immediately back out. That's a good thing about this track. It's a very, very short lap, so you will be able to send them straight out for a second run. Let's see how they get on in the second run on the scrub tyres. I'm expecting that Red Bull will be quicker overall, and Ocon does go quicker in that first sector. Nothing for Norris. Obviously, first sector isn't a lot. It's a bit of a point and squirt section. Middle sector is where it's at, and yes, 2 improvements there. And then into the final sector as well. So Ocon is going to come round first. Hopefully he's going to put in a good lap. Can he go above Max Verstappen? He's up to the line. No, that's not good enough, really. Norris over the line. And no improvement for him either. So Max Verstappen is looking like the one at the moment more likely to take pole position, which I feel is a little bit unjust. But they're just not managing to get the clean lap in. Right, Norris is going to go out first this time. Then Ocon, just to switch it up a little bit. And here we go then. Here goes Lando Norris. Up to the line, starting his lap. Keep a close eye on him. Obviously, Ocon getting a slight toe behind as well. Yeah, orange in the first sector for Lando Norris. Green again for Esteban Ocon. It's all going to be about this middle sector. That's where he's going to find the time. Norris coming through the middle sector, and it is green. He's given it everything, as Leclerc has gone above him into second position. Here comes Lando Norris. Is he going to be able to take pole position? No, he's not. It's a 13.5. It does get him above Leclerc, and Ocon goes second. Wow, he's the one that takes it to Max Verstappen, and Esteban Ocon outqualifies his teammate over 3 laps there in session 3. And, well, he takes second place on the grid for the sprint. Absolutely awesome. Zhou Guanyu is up in 5th place, almost got ahead of Charles Leclerc, actually. Really strong performance from him. Gasly, Stroll, Perez, Piastri and Porsche round out the top 10. Right, into free practice 2. And we'll obviously just simulate that, but it's always interesting to see where our cars are at. So Norris looking better in terms of race pace than Esteban. And well, here we go then. Let's get ourselves into the sprint and our first racing of the weekend.
Well, it's a different format this weekend, with a sprint set to spice up today's events. Well, we're going racing a little earlier this weekend, with a sprint now set to define the starting order for the Grand Prix itself.
Points go to the top finishers in the sprint, and with no mandatory pit stops, it's all about the racing on the track.
So who will reach the peak and who has a mountain to climb here at the Austrian Sprint?
Okay then, let's see how we get on in this sprint race. It could rain at any point, although it's looking like it's not going to rain at all, which is very interesting. I don't think soft tyres are going to be the way to go. We've got plenty of them for the Grand Prix. I'm thinking we might want to split it though. Yeah, it's going to be very, very close, isn't it? You know what? With Norris, because of his good tyre management, I'm going to go softs with him. Will, of course, push from the outset. But, yeah, be interesting to see if we can pull this off here.
We're ready for 24 laps around the Red Bull Ring in what should be a great sprint.
Drivers certainly don't shy away from overtaking on this circuit, meaning we should be in for a hotly contested competition here in Austria.
Well then, folks, it's time to get going. Here in Austria,
Now,
we're all ready
well,
to go
I think
for the
everybody is on the mediums except Lando Norris. So here we go, lights out, away we go in this sprint. And Ocon not off to as good a start as Lando Norris's teammate, who flies round the outside of turn one. It is imperative for Norris's strategy that he gets ahead, because he is going to have to defend like crazy come the end of the race on worse tyres. So Ocon manages to get back past. He's up into second now. Will he be able to stay with Max Verstappen? Of course, DRS is enabled after one lap, so that is something to bear in mind. Charles Leclerc is fourth. Then we have Gasly in fifth. Zhou Guanyu fighting with him in sixth. Then Stroll is seventh. Of course, has a penalty, so he will need to have a good race today. Perez is eighth, then Piastri, and then Nick de Vries. Then Porsche, followed by Magnussen, Russell, Albon, and Sainz. The two Ferraris really struggling. Mick Schumacher is 16th, then Bottas and Ricciardo 17th and 18th. Lawson 19th, and Maloney in 20th, as Max Verstappen, of course, puts in the fastest lap. And now DRS is enabled. Can Esteban Ocon get himself past Max Verstappen here? You would imagine he should be able to. DRS is open. And he's trying his best, but can't get past right now. And, well, Norris almost struggling to stay with the top two here.
DRS disabled. DRS disabled.
Copy.
Ocon out of ERS.
Just think about looking after this tyre where we need to.
Yep. Norris now going back to standard.
Confirm.
Come on, Ocon. ERS enabled, but can't get himself past Max Verstappen just yet. Norris doing a good job of just keeping his tyres nice and chill. DRS enabled now for Ocon, and this looks like the chance. He tries to go around the outside. It's obviously risky, because this could cost you your good starting place in the Grand Prix. But it's doing absolutely fine at the moment now. Leclerc is managing to stay with Norris, which could be a problem. We are going to tell Lando to avoid high-risk curbs. And here goes Ocon again, trying it round the outside. It's very risky, as I say, but he's doing okay at the moment. And yeah, if we can tell Norris to avoid high-risk curbs, he'll look after those tyres. He'll have something to fight with at the end of the race. That's the plan anyway. And this could really be the opportunity for Esteban Ocon. I think he's going to lose out DRS to Max Verstappen though. But he's still there. Doesn't quite manage to get through this time. Right, time to zoom it forward a couple of laps. Could this be the moment? Again, He's ahead before the DRS zone, but now takes the lead of the Austrian
No lift
sprint.
post required from our side at the moment.
And he has looked quicker than Max Verstappen, so it'll be interesting now. He's got a bit of free air. Can he stay ahead?
Do with bringing them down slightly if we can.
And
Copy.
Norris just following at the moment. Yeah, Max Verstappen does make it back through. And Norris still following these boys. Actually keeping his tyres in better nick than Max Verstappen here. So Max is trying it around the outside, doesn't quite manage it there. And we're 10 laps into this race. In a very good position, right. Going to top up our ERS with Ocon. And hopefully pass Max Verstappen soon anyway. Here's Norris possibly having a look at Ocon. Didn't quite happen there. Porsche ran wide. We don't think there's going to be any rain. I think the rain was in the practice session. Ooh, Max Verstappen ran a little wide there. And that could have been the moment for Lando Norris. And now with these two battling, could be an opportunity for Ocon to just pull ahead a little bit here. As here goes Lando Norris, he's going to try around the outside of Max Verstappen. It's very close, but doesn't manage it this time. Now trying around the outside, and he has got very nice tyres compared to Verstappen. It looks like the soft tyre approach is working, looking after the soft tyres. He's going to have fresher and faster tyres come the end of the race. And this is a great chance for Norris, and he is through on Verstappen. Perfect. And now it might just be a time to say, don't fight your teammate. Let's try and pull away from Max Verstappen. Oh dear. That didn't quite work out the way I wanted to. I think he ended up ahead of Ocon, and then yeah, that almost created disaster. Yeah, we might have to let Norris go here. He is very much quicker than his teammate. Yeah. Just let that happen. So Norris is through. Ocon desperately trying to make something happen. But I think Norris is going to have the DRS here, and does. Now's maybe the time to deploy and get away. In this race. So yeah, the soft tyre strategy did work for Norris, interestingly. Maybe now we can be a bit more aggressive. We have pulled nicely away from Charles, and well, I'll come back into the lead now. Where's that come from? There's Maloney. Just to run wide. I mean, Max Verstappen still has decent tyres. Ocon's tyres are definitely starting to struggle out there. Yeah, we're on to the penultimate lap of this race. So now it's time to give it everything that we've got.
Contact. Let's pick our pace up, let's go.
Yeah, copy.
See, Ocon has got ERS as well to push with, but Norris has got much nicer tyres.
You've got energy?
Go up, I am.
So it's probably going to be quite an equal fight. There goes Ocon round the outside, but Norris is going to have DRS here. Now hopefully what this doesn't bring into play is Max Verstappen. It looks like it's going to be a Williams 1-2 in the sprint. And a perfectly executed strategy, you would say. And I think it is going to be Norris that comes out on top now in the race. It could be very, very different.
Yeah, fine.
No need to avoid high-risk curbs anymore. You can just go for it. So here he comes around the final corner. Lando Norris is going to win the sprint race, and it's going to be his teammate Esteban Ocon who comes home in second place ahead of Max Verstappen in third. Very, very good. Excellent start of the weekend. Verstappen is right there,
Lando Norris with the sprint win.
but we should be quicker than Charles Leclerc at the very least. Good to see Zhou Guan Yu all the way up in fifth place. Excellent
The winner of
from
today's
him.
sprint, Lando Norris.
And what a well-deserved P1 finish that was. Absolutely outstanding.
Okay, perfect. Right. Let's get ourselves into the race then.
Welcome to race day. And before we get down to it, last-minute checks are being made.
4 years on from the circuit being renamed to the Red Bull Ring, Max Verstappen became the first driver to bring an eponymous car to victory here in 2018.
Any thoughts on Esteban Ocon and his performance this weekend, Karun?
I think it's really great to see them performing at this level, well above what we'd expected. They must be feeling good.
And this is the moment where it all comes together. So prepare for another thrilling race here at the Austrian Grand Prix.
Okay, right. I mean, we are probably expecting safety cars, maybe even red flags at this Grand Prix. Three-stopper looks doable. Sorry, two-stopper. Could go for a more aggressive version by having hard tyres in the middle stint. Whoops. So I think we might go for that with Ocon. Lando Norris, I think just going for the normal strategy is going to be the way forward. but with avoid high-risk curbs on. And we'll see who comes out on top. We'll take a lap of fuel out. Starting 1 and 2. You'd certainly expect that Norris will be the early winner.
Here among the Austrian mountains, the grid is now set for the 71 laps of the Red Bull Ring. Now I wonder, will things be going Lando Norris's way in this race?
They're on pole, and it's well deserved. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do.
And it looks like we're good to go.
Okay, so here we go then.
The crowd are ready, the cars are ready. It's the Austrian Grand Prix. It's lights out.
Lights out,
and
away we go. And Ocon off to a better start than his teammate. But who's going to lead going into turn 1? Esteban Ocon goes down the inside and takes the lead of this Grand Prix. Excellent start for him. We're going to tell Norris that he's going to be
Yeah, confirm.
a little bit more conservative on the curbs. And, well, they're still side by side as they head towards turn 3. And it is Esteban Ocon that leads. And Norris is going to have to follow in second as it stands. Now, obviously, we gave Ocon a little bit more straight line speed. And that's one of the things that contributed to him not being as confident with his car as Norris is. But, you know, it will give him a distinct advantage on the straights. But already we're pulling away from the likes of Zhou Guanyu in 5th place, and we did have yellow flags briefly there, and that was Mick Schumacher running wide. And at the moment it is Ocon who is leading and looking very, very good at the start of this race. And we are sort of expecting that to be a thing, because he is on the more aggressive strategy. Most people have gone for the medium tyres at the start of this race, but Norris is one of the five that have gone for softs. And a little bit like yesterday, it's going to be a bit of a slow burner for Lando. As Charles Leclerc puts in fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far. And with DRS now
No energy.
Yeah, confirm.
enabled, we would expect.
Okay, we'd like you to slow down, please.
Copy.
We would expect that Norris will probably get past Ocon. But it might not happen. You never know. But we will zoom forward at quite a pace and maybe not watch this battle so heavily, but it looks like Norris might be about to make his move. DRS is open. And he pulls to the outside, and I think he's going to fly around the outside here. And he does indeed. DRS is going to be active as they head up the hill towards turn 3. And while Ocon stays back, he's going to have DRS on the exit here. As Max Verstappen has now made it past his teammate Charles Leclerc as well, so he's going to be turning the screw in this race. And puts in fastest lap straight away, so he's the one we've got to be really fearful of. Yeah. It is interesting, because I suppose we could convert Ocon to the same strategy as Norris, but with 2 soft tyre stints if we needed to. Yeah, more yellow flags, and that's the sort of thing that could throw a big spanner in the works. We can probably go fully aggressive with Norris, so when he's avoiding high risk curbs, these tyres are going to last a hell of a lot longer. So he can be more aggressive. And this will only aid us in getting away from the two Red Bulls. We are starting to pull away nicely from Perez and Zhou Guanyu, and that's sort of where we need to keep our eyes on in terms of... Oh, safety car deployed.
A couple of cars off there.
Okay.
Can watch for debris. Is he alright?
Yep, so the medical cars there on the right.
I'm not entirely sure what's happened here. I think it's Oscar Piastri. Oh, it's the two Alpines, I think. Oh, that's a big crash. And I think that's Nick de Vries who's caused that collision. So Oscar Piastri is out. I think Pierre Gasly survived.
So just stay positive on that.
Now, when is Norris coming into the pits? It's quite a while. When's Ocon coming in? Yeah, again, it's not really going to benefit us to come into the pits here, in my opinion. Now, some people might, and there you go, the two Red Bulls have pitted. It looks like everybody is going to pit. So, yeah, it's an interesting scenario where the only ones out there that haven't taken the pit. Yeah. And yeah, everybody's gone hards. I suppose with Ocon we could have done that. We could have brought him in, switched him to the hards, but it's too late now. And safety car ending this lap.
So the safety car will enter the pits this lap. Let's concentrate on the warm-up.
Copy that.
Focus forward.
Okay. Alright then. We should be by far the quickest cars on track. Because we're going to be aggressive. We're going to have energy to use as well. And we've got nice tyres. So I'm expecting that we should take the lead. But Zhou Guanyu, I tell you what, he's having a little go, isn't he?
No energy.
Yeah, confirm.
Okay. Yeah, starting to get into pit window territory now. Ocon's going to be coming in on lap 22. We might as well keep pushing with Norris as long as we can on those soft tyres. Ocon's going to come in next lap onto the hard tyres. Yeah, we're just sticking to what we originally planned, because we believe that's going to be the fastest way to win this Grand Prix. Obviously, they've changed onto the hard tyres. They're going to probably have to stop again, or they're going to have horrible tyres at the end. That's what we have to remember. So Ocon is in for his pit stop. We'll keep an eye on that pit stop. He's going to drop all the way to the back of the field. He's away in 2 seconds. Excellent pit stop.
Okay, so then you should have a clear track on pit.
And now he's got much fresher tyres. And we'll be able to push on here, you would imagine.
Let's keep the pressure on, mate.
Let's see what he can pull off here. So, Lando Norris currently is the man leading the race. But Zhou Guanyu is the one who's looking very threatening. at the moment, not the Red Bulls. Yeah, gonna have to just edit this. Yeah, I think lap 27 looks good. Yeah, let's go for that. Meanwhile, Ocon is going to be putting in some good times. So it's going to be this lap that he comes in. I just need to get him out of this battle. This is costing him time. So here he comes then, Lando Norris into the pits. And where's he going to come out, especially in comparison to his teammate Esteban Ocon? Oh, the front right got stuck. Lost 3 seconds there. It's not ideal. But Ocon now is ahead of those guys, which is good. And he'll be putting in some fast times now. And Norris will hopefully oblige and do exactly the same. Now then, looking at the gap to leader, 26 seconds separates Norris and Max Verstappen. Norris is going slightly quicker. Ocon making his way up the field as well. And then 19 seconds now.
Just focus on those temps.
Okay, so 40 laps to go. Long time left in this Grand Prix. I'm going to keep an eye on gap to leader at the moment. Ocon having a great time of it. And remember, Norris has got a soft tyre stint to come as well. Those tyres are struggling a little bit. Oh yeah, Ocon really managing to turn the screw with his fresher tyres and already back up to 12th. But what would have cost him a few laps in wear, we could have made up for without having to make a pit stop in live track conditions. So I think for Norris it wasn't the time to come into the pits, was it? But for Ocon maybe it was, and we may end up regretting that. But Norris still going nicely, and he's passed his 2 format cars in the McLaren. Yeah, Ocon past Sainz now, up into 11th. You can see how much Norris is pulling out on everybody here. Was 26 seconds behind Max Verstappen, now just 19.6. I'll come back into the points now. But starting to come up to quicker cars than he has been dealing with. So this could be where it starts to go wrong, but again, round the outs... Oh, that was a bit unlucky there. Just got stuck by a glitch in the game. Oof. I thought he was going to go for that. That would have been very risky. But this is what I meant. Quicker cars mean that it takes longer to pass them. And Norris almost got past him. That's how much time he's lost. What's happened? Oh, Ocon's ran wide. I don't know what happened there.
Let's have a look at the action. It's all at the final
Yeah, it's the
corner.
final corner. Yeah, he just ran very wide and had to wait for the faster cars to go through. Oh, and that's gonna essentially ruin his race now. What we can do is bring him in, get him onto the medium tyres, tell him to avoid curbs, because that seems to be the fast way to do it.
Okay, box. The menu. Copy that.
Yeah, good pit stop from Ocon. Norris now up to 8th. He's going to get past Leclerc there, and I think, you know, people are going to be going to the end of the race, but they're going to have horrible tyres come the end of it. Yeah, I think we can tell Norris to stop avoiding curbs. He can just attack now.
Ah oui, en tire temp.
Okay, so let's concentrate on the tyre warm-up.
Yeah, he's going to be easily through. I'll tell you what, Norris is really, really going for it out there. Less than 15 seconds between him and Max now. And he is giving it his all. Yeah, we're not far away from pit stop territory. He's putting in fastest laps now, is Norris. He's turning the screw. Meanwhile, Ocon's still down in 15th, but won't be stopping again, as Norris is going to take the lead of this race. Yeah. I'm just waiting for that right moment, and I think it's going to be this lap. This is the lap he's going to come in. He's extended this stint. Those soft tyres will survive so much better. He just needs a clean pit stop. And he comes. Oh, it's a bit of a slow pit stop, 4 seconds. Loses a good couple of seconds there compared to what he should have, but now on soft tyres, was caught out by the Aston Martin there. Needs to get those tyres up to temp. Maybe we'll tell him to just get them up to temp
We've got a
first.
yellow flag here.
Because they were very much low there. Right, 16.6 seconds behind Max Verstappen. But now should be in a place where he can start to pull up on Max, but he's not making many inroads here. Still 12 laps to go, and Max Verstappen's tyres, they're going to really suffer. They're going to really suffer by the end of the race, and that's where Norris will strike. And there you go, Norris passed Perez already, who's on 19% hard tyres. He is really, really struggling out there. I think Gasly perhaps had a puncture. Now Ocon might not get many points here, and that's because of his own doing. That running wide moment, but I suppose our strategy with Ocon could have been better. We could have brought him in for the hard tyres earlier in the race and looked at what Norris was achieving. Anyway, Norris 2.5 behind Zhou Guanyu now. 7 laps to go. There's not long to go in this race. He's starting to close in on Max Verstappen, but not by enough, I don't think. I think it is going to be a Max Verstappen victory. But he's passed Zhou Guanyu. He's now got 2 back markers, which gives him DRS. That's good. 12.4 seconds is now the gap between him and Max Verstappen, who's on 53% tyres. They are going to start to really hurt Max Verstappen in the next lap or so, but I don't think he's got enough time to catch him. He's really going to try. I'm going to tell him to stop avoiding curbs now. He is going to give the car everything over these last 2 laps, but it's not going to be enough. I think it's going to be second place in the end. And yeah, final lap, Max Verstappen. It's been a good effort from Norris, but ultimately too much to do in the last stint. Could he have stayed out there until the end on those mediums? Maybe. Maybe he could have, but I think Verstappen would have caught him.
DRS disabled, DRS disabled.
Copy.
And I don't think Norris is going to catch Leclerc either. Max Verstappen is going to come round. He's going to win here at Austria. It's going to be a Red Bull 1-2. Because Charles Leclerc comes over the line. He's going to finish in second. Norris finishes third. Gets the fastest lap. But that's probably our weakest race of the season. And yeah, safety car at the wrong time. Ocon ran wide at the wrong time as well. But, you know, he's ended up a long, long way behind the leaders and should have been in a much better position. But 34 seconds behind his teammate. Not good enough from Ocon. And he comes round the final corner. And he finishes 9th. Does get a couple of points for his troubles, at the very least.
The checkered flag. P9. Well done. Well managed. Right. Tough one, that.
Sorry, this is not the result we wanted.
And yeah, I think, rightfully disappointed. It's not really his fault. I think he would have been right up there in contention for the victory, but...
And there, of course, we have the AlphaTauri driver.
Yeah, raw bad on the strategy there.
Finish, it's a long distance from the points.
And after such a fabulous drive here today, it's no surprise to see this man land on the podium.
I can't believe we're seeing a 9th podium of the season. Just incredible consistency.
Well, there were mountains to overcome here in Austria, but those three managed to climb to the top. Now, Karun, no doubt there'll be a lot for the teams to process after that race. But how do you think the Williams team are feeling?
They'll certainly be pleased to have made the podium. A job well done for sure.
And that's it for this weekend here in Austria.
For the next round, we're heading back to the heart of the UK. Get ready for a race to remember in Silverstone, the cradle of Formula One.
Well, there you go then. That is the end of the Austrian Grand Prix. Max Verstappen wins in the end from Charles Leclerc in second. Lando Norris finishes third, meaning he extends his lead over his teammate to 41 points in the championship. Leclerc closest to within 23 of Esteban Ocon, and Max Verstappen starts to get himself back into it. That is his second race victory of the season. But it's interesting how this season is going so far. Into the constructors then, and we are still a decent amount ahead of Red Bull. And they pulled 21 points on us in this race, but hopefully we'll be able to hang on. And into the fastest pit stops. Well, Ocon did have the fastest pit stop of the day, meaning we do get some points in that championship, which is well needed. But 2 mistakes on Lando Norris's car. That cost us probably 7 seconds in this Grand Prix, which would have got us right up behind Max Verstappen come the end of the race had that all come through. But 3.5 million made in profit. That's what we like to see. And it will be a little bit of time now before we go and put in some big upgrades. That's our new front wing, which I'm looking forward to getting manufactured for next time out. New front wing required there. New suspension required as well. But everything looking good so far. Engineer and driver tension, very good. We've sorted that out. They've got high confidence in us. I am tempted to just blow the cost cap out of the water this season to try and win this, because Red Bull are almost imperious, aren't they? I know we are 60 points ahead with Lando, but it's just so tough, isn't it? And to be fair, Lando should have had another 25 points in Monaco, so he's having a terrific season, the season of his life. He's had 9 podiums in the 9 races that he's finished, and he is going to be a force to be reckoned with going forward for the rest of the season. But if you have enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up down below, subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.